I wasn't supposed to be here. Not in this lab, not holding this file, and definitely not reading a classified report marked in bold red, NILE-X, Phase Resurrection. But I was here, and I was reading it, every single line. My name is Daniel Cross, a former forensic anthropologist turned whistleblower. For 12 years, I worked at a government research facility buried deep under Colorado, masked by a harmless-sounding name, the Biocultural Preservation Division. Sounds like we were just cataloging relics, right? A dusty museum underground. Wrong. We weren't preserving anything. We were trying to bring something back. It all started in 2019. A private archaeological team, secretly funded by a biotech giant named Orionis, unearthed a sealed chamber beneath the Giza Plateau. It wasn't a tomb. There were no hieroglyphs, no golden statues, no canopic jars, just a single obsidian black coffin, cold enough to distort infrared scans. The lid shimmered with golden veins, not in traditional Egyptian patterns, but etched like circuits. The symbols on it didn't match any known language. Inside lay a man, tall, regal, and disturbingly perfect. He wasn't mummified, no linen wrappings, no visible embalming cuts. His skin was intact, his body unmarked by time. He looked frozen, not dead, like someone had hit pause on life itself. The body was smuggled out of Egypt under diplomatic cover. They brought it to us in Colorado. We gave it a code name, TUTARAH. Not an actual pharaoh from any known dynasty, but something about the name felt ancient, powerful. That's when the testing began. Tissue samples showed an impossible stability. Cellular decay was almost non-existent. Under UV light, we saw something else, golden filaments beneath the skin, like veins, but glowing. 3 weeks into observation, the first anomaly hit. His core temperature rose by half a degree, unassisted. And then, brain activity. Low-frequency pulses in the brainstem, enough to trigger alarm bells. Dr. Helena Firth, our lead neurobiologist, called it quantum stasis awakening. Her theory? The ancient Egyptians didn't preserve the dead for the afterlife. They engineered long-term biological suspension, waiting for specific conditions, solar radiation, sound frequencies, maybe even celestial alignments. We had unknowingly triggered one of them. That night, I was on the graveyard shift. At 2:42 a.m., the lights flickered, touchscreens spazzed, monitors shrieked, the room filled with static. Then I saw it. His right hand twitched. Nobody moved. No one said a word. Then he opened his eyes. They weren't human, not reptilian either. Something in between. They glowed faint violet like ultraviolet light turned flesh. He didn't breathe, but he looked directly at me, and then I heard a voice. Not in the room, in my mind. You have broken the seal. The gate is now open. A minute later, the facility went into lockdown. Armed guards swarmed in, but 5 minutes after that, contact was lost with Sector 4, the resurrection wing. By the time we reached it, everyone inside was dead, but not mutilated, not shot, drained, as if something had pulled the life out of them like smoke from a flame. And the coffin? Gone. We checked the surveillance. He got up, walked calmly through the corridor. Doors opened without a touch. Cameras shut off in his wake. And on the last wall before he disappeared, he carved a symbol with his finger. A black sun, eclipsed by outstretched wings. 24 hours later, the entire facility was shut down. Black-suited agents stormed the place. The media was told it was a gas explosion. 23 people were reported dead. No mention of a revived entity. No mention of TUTARAH. Helena vanished. No trace. Me? They gave me a severance package, a relocation order, and a not-so-subtle warning. I thought it was over. Until 3 years later, when a package arrived at my door. No return address. Inside, a USB drive, a map of Luxor, Egypt, and a small card handwritten, "He's not the only one." The USB contained encrypted files, translations from something called the Codex Sarcophagi, reportedly uncovered beneath the Sphinx. The text spoke of 8 sleepers beneath the sand, each placed into stasis until the stars aligned. The scroll contained what appeared to be a resurrection algorithm, combining mineral resonance, light refraction, and sound frequencies tied to specific solar cycles. And a warning: if awakened unbalanced, they will not restore. They will consume. I flew to Egypt under a fake name. Luxor. The map led to a restricted dig site under military control. Locals whispered about the place, how the ground vibrated at night, how animals avoided it. Some claimed to see a tall man walking through the dunes at sunset, his eyes glowing, leaving scorched footprints in the sand. Orionis was here, still digging, still armed. I'm sitting a mile from the site now, watching under the cover of dusk. My hands are shaking, not from fear, but because I know what's about to happen. I know the signs. They've found a second coffin, and if they make the same mistake we did, if they wake another, this won't be archaeology. It will be an extinction event. I didn't come to learn, I came to stop it.